How old are you?
38.
Yeah, 38. Never been married. Got kids. That's a deal breaker. I don't like quitters. You might as well stay single. Probably good at it.
Oh.
BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy. Woohoo. Yeah, we gonna get straight into it. You know what time it is, man.
Right, let's bring out our next single guy. Hello, welcome in. I'll have you stand right next to me. What's your name?
My name is Fred.
Fred?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 47.
And what do you do?
I'm a government worker, and I also do TikTok, the cool reviews.
Oh,
Yeah, I like
okay. What are you reviewing?
Food and products. Well, majority food. I like to cook.
Okay, nice. All right. What do you like to do for fun?
I like to go hiking. Shoot, man, live music. I love music,
nice.
so I like to do that.
Okay.
Comedy shows. Just whatever come to mind, really.
All right.
Yeah.
And what do you look for in a woman?
Somebody sweet.
Okay.
Somebody soft. Somebody's athletic. You know what I'm saying? Because I do like to, do athletic type of things.
Okay.
Just somebody that's a good vibe.
Nice.
Yeah,
and
sure.
what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breakers are cigarette smokes. Like I can't do cigarette smokers. A liar, can't do those either.
Okay.
Nah. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I gotta figure it out as I go.
Okay.
But cigarette smokers and liars are for sure.
For sure. All right. So we haven't got any pop balloons yet.
Okay.
So let me hand you a pick. There you go. And I am going to have you pop 2 balloons.
Oh man.
I know. Whenever you're ready.
All right, I'm gonna pop yours. And I'm gonna pop yours.
All right.
Damn, he popped the 2 lightest skinned chicks balloons. So much for colorism.
Let's start here first then. All right. Let's start with your name and age. And why did you have your balloon unpopped?
Well, I wanted to hear more what he had to say.
She ain't want to drop that age again. She is 51, y'all. That booty is 51.
Seems a little interesting. Yeah, so that's all. I was just wondering what more he had to say.
Okay. All right. Why do we end up popping her balloon?
I like women like my coffee. I like it dark.
Okay.
What did I tell you? He is a midnight masher. He is one with the darkness.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
So, yeah.
You did pop the 2.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
All right.
Yes,
Let's go over
ma'am.
here. Your name and age and why was your balloon unpopped?
Hi, I'm Neek. I'm 40, and he was checking a lot of the boxes. So height, very clean. I smelled him before he even came around the corner. So I was trying to see what he was talking about. I wanted to give him a chance, but and he got the pretty crest of whites.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. So I think you mentioned over there, she might just be, you say you like them a little darker, right? Is that what it was here?
I got chocolate daughters, so I kind of want to keep it chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And we got a pop balloon over there. Let's go over here. Name and age and why did you end up popping your balloon?
My name is Maya. I am 42. I popped my balloon because I don't know if I'm soft. He said he likes women that are soft, and he likes darker women. I don't know what on the spectrum I am, so I wasn't sure about that. But the other 2, I don't think I'm soft.
Oh, yeah, I can tell.
Oh.
So, yeah, I could feel it through. I could feel the energy. So, yeah, I feel it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, handsome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, is she someone that's your type?
Oh, yeah, she's a good-looking woman, but, you could kind of just hear it in the voice. I ain't soft, like, yeah. I got to have that soft. It's a pause.
Yeah.
We both can't be hard.
Right.
So,
I think I'm soft when I need to be.
Black women and a selective femininity, this is the stuff that I always talk about. They be, oh man, a guy got to unlock my submission. It'd be conditional. But when it comes to masculinity, we all know masculinity is not conditional. It's not conditional. We don't turn into a man when it's time to be a man. We a man when we go to sleep. We a man when we wake up. We masculine all the time, even outside of a relationship. I could go deep, but if you want to hear me talk about that, go through my catalog or just ask me. I'll link you a video in the comments or 2.
And to rest in my feminine energy, but coming off, I do have a harder shell. Yeah, but I'm very, very loving, very sweet, and very soft on the other side.
On the other side.
Yeah.
He just got to get in.
Yeah,
first,
yeah,
right?
exactly,
Okay,
exactly. There.
Now, see, I understand Buddy right here. He like the chocolate, and when it come to me, I'm an equal opportunity dude. Like I really don't care about skin color. I care more about relatability and culture and things like that. That's why I gravitate more towards black women and stuff like that. But like when it come to skin and all that, I don't really care about that. I'm not even gonna act like I care about that. But if this guy wasn't so into like I need a dark sister girl, like if he wasn't so into that, like he could go literally, this guy right here, he could go literally to any other demographic of women and not have to get through 18 barriers of bullshit to see that feminine side and to get to that soft, sweet side and like fucking crack your hardness walls to get to that. Most women in other demographics, he's not gonna have to deal with that. And I want to be clear, black women are not a monolith. So like, yeah, there are gonna be black women that you don't, they're very feminine black women out there and dark-skinned black women out there. So even then, he kind of don't gotta go outside of his race to find that. He don't gotta go outside and divest to find that. But when it comes to a lot of chicks, a lot of black women, like they try to push that, like, oh, you know, you got to unlock my femininity. Some chicks, if they like you, that shit is already unlocked because that's who they are. That is their identity. But you be in them fucking boardrooms, right? You a boss, so that's where the masculinity come from. You becoming a boss and having to really get by in a man's world and stuff like that. Be powerful at work and da-da-da, career woman, all this shit. But you know how to turn it off when a guy unlocks your femininity so you could go and be a hard-ass motherfucker at work and then come home and just be the softest, most tender, falling off the bone. Like, fuck out of here, man. I'm just telling you, of course, some of these traits are going to exist within other demographics, but it's going to be very low in comparison to what you see with black people because this is a narrative that is pushed almost exclusively with black people when you look at the internet and real life.
There you go. That right there.
Okay.
Let's head on back. So we've got our 3 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them a question.
Okay, so what would y'all consider a balanced relationship?
Let's start down there and come back this way. All right. Name and age, and what would you consider a balanced relationship?
My name is Sharon. I am 47 years old. I think a balanced relationship is being in tune with your feminine energy as a woman, being submissive. And also, I think communication is very, very important. I'm a huge communicator. I think that we need to take time, if there's any problems or any issues, that we take time to actually communicate about that. And I think that's really it. Yeah.
Now, see, she said all the right stuff. She said all the stuff that sound good. But she mentioned some things that were exclusive to her as far as being feminine and submissive and things of that nature. And that's cool. That's great. I just want you to know that she didn't mention anything about a man's roles and stuff like that. And I'm going to tell you why I'm not mad at that. Because it's a dating show and she's trying to win. She's trying to win. So she more than likely didn't want to try and put any pressure or responsibility on a guy because that could possibly repel him and stuff like that, depending on what she says. If she comes out and says, well, you know, a man is supposed to be providing, you get the fuck out of here. We not trying to hear that. I'm not going to lie. Even though it's something that we supposed to do, the truth is if a guy actually loves you, do you hear that word, love? If he is actually committed to you, and he loves you, and he is capable, he is going to provide. Like, that's not something that you got to worry about. I could get into all the economy stuff and whatever, but Buddy got on an LV shirt. It could be fake. Who knows? Could be real. I don't really care. But, you know, government worker, he's getting, you know, at least some decent paper. I'm pretty sure he's getting at least $60,000 a year. So he's in a decent position at least, if not a good position. But we're not going to get too heavy on that because I just wanted to highlight that she didn't mention any exclusive responsibilities to a man. Chameleon to some extent. She's playing the game chameleon.
I can respect that. I like that.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Name and age and answer to his question.
Alrighty, I'm Lene. I'm 40 years old. And was your question, what is balance within a relationship?
Yes, or what is your definition of a balanced relationship?
Okay, well, for me, I believe it would be just mutual support in the way that we're supporting one another, the way that we're communicating with each other. I'm a fan of gender roles, so I kind of fall into that category. But however I can best support my man and him support me emotionally as well as physically.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. And over here, name and age and what is a balanced relationship to you?
Yes, ma'am.
My name is Tori. I'm 38. So I would say balance. You both equally contribute, whether it's emotionally, physically. You both have contribute your time. I want to speak on financially. I think it's a dead horse. People beat too much. But being there for each other. Relationships are hard. So it's a give and take. You both have to push and pull equally.
Yeah. Hey, relationships ain't got to be hard though. If y'all both align, it can really be easy.
So listen, I want to address both of the last two answers very quickly. The last chick said gender roles. I'm not going to say that's a red flag or anything like that, but that's something like you can read between the lines and get the implication on gender roles, because that's not something that he decided to unpack with her. And then you got this chick. She's the first one and the only one to mention finances. But even then, she said that she doesn't want to talk about finances pretty much. So you got to remember, these chicks are playing a dating game right now. They are trying to win. And it's not competitive in a sense like, ooh, they just really want to win. No, they actually like this guy. So they don't want to scare him away. Now, this is another thing I want to point out that I pointed out in my other videos is pertaining to this Pop the Balloon. These are older chicks. This chick is 38. The chick next to her is 51. You got another chick that's 40, the chick in the zebra stuff. So all of these chicks are, if they not 40 plus, like, they're extremely close. I'm not going to say extremely, but very close to 40. You could argue, because I don't really talk about chicks' appearance and stuff like that. I don't really talk about dudes' appearance as far as like how they face look or anything like that. I try to avoid cutting on people's actual physical attributes unless we talking about BBLs or we talking about, fatness in a context to where it's relevant and stuff like that. I still try to avoid that. But I'm not above talking about what anybody is wearing, because you can always change clothes. That's not really you. I'm not making fun of things that you can't change. And the reason I'm like that is because that's how I move in real life. But I say all that to say I see a lot of y'all in the comments in the past two videos talking about these chicks is busted. This is a bad batch. This is one of the worst batch of chicks that, she done had up here and stuff like that. So that's y'all dialogue. Y'all are putting that out there. And the thing that I will say confidently is that the whole panel is post-wall women. So the reason I say that is because in the other videos, I also said their temperament for what they will tolerate and how they react. And, they not really trying to embarrass the dudes, and they not popping hella quick, most of them, and stuff like that. So it's a really big difference from when she had the people in their 20s and early 30s on there, because they just had a quick temperament to where they like, the chicks is better looking. The chicks had way more options because they're younger. They are in their prime and stuff like that. They getting maximum to the most attention that they going to get in their life. And they just felt like, I got too many options. So I'm going to, and these chicks is not rejecting these dudes for dumb shit. When you go and look at almost any of them other Pop the Balloons with younger chicks, they are rejecting these guys for the dumbest shit. That motherfucker came on the other day in a one episode with the shoes. Nobody disqualified him because of the shoes. One chick said the pants was too tight, but nobody disqualified him because of the shoes. If he had wore that with them younger chicks, they would have been on him. And you also got to remember those younger chicks. And even when you go and look at the ghetto Pop the Balloons and stuff, which I got a video about one of the ghetto Pop the Balloons coming out, but those chicks, like, they really be trying to embarrass the guys. They be real confrontational with the guy. These chicks know that their time has been up. They are kind of desperate. whether they gonna admit it or not, which they would never admit it, they are not in the same place as those other chicks who are in their 20s and early 30s. They are just not in the same place. When you are 51 with a big old gigantic rhinoceros booty on a dating show, and a dude asks you about your hopes and dreams, you can't even tell your hopes and dreams, but you the one who mentioned your hopes and dreams. If you go and check the last episode, that's what she said. And you taking belfies, butt selfies, and you got a gaming channel, like, you know better than anybody else your time has been up. Like, you not, like, whether you've been married before or you never been married, you're single now, and dating at those types of ages. I mean, dating in your 20s fucking sucks now. So dating in your 50s, oh my God, what the fuck? That's gotta be a fucking nightmare on wheels. A nightmare on wheels. So this batch is not as rude as the last batch. Now, this dude, he gave her some more dialogue. So let's see where this goes.
I mean,
You gotta think about it. It's easy being friends with your best friend, right? So it could be even easier being friends with your man.
I think your man should be your best friend, absolutely. You know what I mean? But relationships are hard. There's temptations. Y'all don't agree all the time. You're gonna want to make it work, but they're not peaches and cream all the time. So, when I say they're hard, they're not hard all the time, but there's highs and there's lows. So
Yeah, as long as the highs are higher than the low.
yeah.
I like
absolutely.
my cake and be able to eat it.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I am gonna have you pop one balloon whenever you're ready. Oh man. I
Okay.
know, the hard part.
I'll pop yours.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So why was your balloon unpopped for him?
Well spoken, well dressed, handsome black man.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Why did we end up popping her balloon?
It's just, I really just have a high physical attraction. Okay. And I'm kind of not a big fan of makeup. And it seems like you got quite a bit on.
I love makeup, I do.
Yes, ma'am. But you look lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Go ahead and ask our two remaining ladies another question.
All right, so say we in a club and back that ass up, come up.
Oh boy, this is a trap.
What y'all gonna do?
Let's go. All right. What you doing, girl?
Like, we in the club together?
We in a club together and back that ass up.
Exactly
come
what the
on.
song says.
All right, I like that.
Okay. Let's go down here. All right. You're looking scared. What you doing when the song comes on?
I will not be backing it up. I will back it up for you, but that's it. Go ahead. Hey,
gotta back
that's
that
what it
ass.
is. Back it up. That's what it is. I'm not
Yeah.
backing it up like that. I'm not in
Nah.
the clubs.
Nah, I need my lady to be able to back it up. And the reason why I ask, I like a woman that just gonna be spontaneous and just go out there and get it.
Spontaneous I am, but
Yeah.
not backing it up like
You gotta
that.
back that ass
Yeah,
up.
maybe in the bedroom, but not in the club. Okay.
I like that.
Fam, I just did a 10-minute rant on this and deleted it because I don't want to take up that much of your time with this take. And I'm going to just say a few things. First off, let me just get this out of the way so I don't got to say it 2-3 times. I personally think that having a chick be a twerker as a requirement at 47 in the club, that is just hilarious to me. It's just hilarious. And listen, it's your world. Live your life. But I'm going to say this real quick. When I was doing the Rich Cooper video, I seen him say something along the lines of, men want virgins and stuff. Like, he mentioned, like, fit, feminine, friendly virgins or something like that. I don't think most men want virgins. And this right here is a guy who clearly wants a freak in the streets and a freak in the sheets. Like, black people push that narrative, oh, I want a lady in the streets, freak in the sheets. Like, psh, he want a freak in public. And listen, I could hit you over the head with another 10-minute rant, but I'm going to just say it very simple. If you think about society, if you were to say, all the 40-year-olds and all the 50-year-olds were still clubbing to this day, still participating in that debauchery, still, heavy in the alcoholism and stuff like that, and having one-night stands and et cetera, society would be a lot worse. It's already bad because some of them were doing that in their 20s and even 30s while they were raising their kids. And some of those consequences that come with the club lifestyle had impacted their kids. Like, oh, shit, you caught a DUI. oh shit, you got a baby and we have no idea who the dad is, but shit, everybody, all the chicks on the club scene wanted to fuck him and you felt like you was gonna lock him down, or you just wanted your turn with him, and now, you know, you got a baby and you pro-life, so you just gonna have anybody fucking baby. Shit, even when we get into that, some of these chicks be fucking drinking during the pregnancy and shit because they be fucking alcoholics, because they have been conditioned to be alcoholics from being in this environment and living this lifestyle and shit. So now the baby all fucked up. But listen, I said I wasn't going to hit you with a 10 minutes, so I'll just say one more thing, two more things actually. When the Ukraine, I think it was Scandinavia or something, they got a female president. One of them countries over there by the Ukraine. Once the war with Russia and the Ukraine started cracking off, this is one of the countries that's like touching both of them or something like that. It's very close. It's in that region. Footage of the president, the female president, partying during this time frame gets posted. It gets exposed. And it makes her look really bad. It was like some clubbing type partying, man. Alcohol, the strobe lights and stuff like that, et cetera, et cetera. That made them look weak and unrespectable as a country, and could have been detrimental to them. Could have been detrimental to them. You haven't seen American presidents do that. Now, granted, American presidents pardon their sons for crack, but at least they not in the bathroom of Studio 57 doing a line themselves. So with that being said, if the people that ran the society were still engaging in this destructive culture as far as the club culture, society would be worse. And even if the adults prolong their experience, like all the adults prolong their experience living a club lifestyle, we would have a very bad society. That's just what it is. And I understand he just want to have fun. Let's just back that thing up. Listen, he could live his life and that's cool. I personally don't think that being in a club at 47 is some mature shit to be doing. Everybody ain't got to be mature. It's your life. You live it how you want. You got have casual sex to the day that you die. But when we look at society and how certain things shape society and how some of these people actually have kids and stuff like that, this is not leading a good example. And even then, I've already mentioned how this can be a consequential lifestyle to some degree, and the consequences can even impact the kids. So let's continue.
Okay, thank you. That's the way I do it. I carry myself
never
with class,
too old.
honey.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no
Yeah,
doubt.
so-
I like a little clatchet.
Yeah, I don't like to give.
know what I'm saying? A
I
little
don't.
class,
I don't
a
need
little
to give a
ratchet.
show. Yeah, a little ratchet
Little
in the
class.
corner, in the dark, maybe, but in the bedroom, preferably not in a club. I'm not a club person.
Okay, I get out
In the
every
club,
now and then.
in the bedroom, you will not be disappointed. But in the club, yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Oh man, I understand.
Is he someone that's your type?
He's very handsome. Yes, tall, dark, and handsome. Very handsome.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. No, I know she
Oh, yeah,
ain't backing
she's
it up,
attractive for
but
sure.
she's someone that's your type.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
sure.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. Let's head back to our unpopped balloon. Any questions over here between the two of you?
What's your top 2 love languages?
Food. I mean, it should be a love language. I know it
That's
ain't.
not a love language.
Oh, physical touch and acts of kindness.
Okay.
I just hate that love language, pseudoscience, horoscope bullshit. Like, it's crazy to think that a guy should even know this stuff, but it's got so popular that like you really can't escape it when you talk to women. You cannot not know the love languages and stuff like that. It's fucking ridiculous. And the fact that a guy has, oh yeah, my love language is acts of service, and fuck out of here.
So mine are physical touch and quality time. So we up there.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Oh, so I need to answer a question.
Let's go this way. Let's see if we got any more. I'll have you scoot that way. Let me bring you on up here with me. Let's keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, so you asked him either one. If you guys have a final question, if you don't have one, that's fine.
Do you like to travel?
Yeah, I like to travel.
Have you been out the country?
Yes, I have. I was in the Navy, so I've been a few places.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You got kids?
I do.
How many kids you
I
got?
have one.
You been married before?
I have not.
Sorry, that's a deal breaker. I mean, how old are you?
38.
Yeah, 38. Never been married. Got kids. That's a deal breaker. I don't like quitters. You might as well stay single. Probably good at it.
Oh.
And that funny part is what made me watch the video because that is going viral. But it's even more funny to me now that Mr. Back That Ass Up has marriage values. that's just funny to me. Like, it's just hilarious. Especially being that he is 47 in the club. Like, what type of marriage do you expect to have going to the club? I understand if, okay, she just mentioned traveling and stuff, like y'all get on a cruise. Yeah, you gonna party when you on a cruise and stuff. Like, y'all go out of the state or out of the country. Yeah, you gonna party, all that stuff. But like, you going to like the local clubs on a Tuesday, a Saturday, a Friday, like, no. But not being married is a red flag. Backing that ass up is a green flag. Not being married is a red flag. Remember that.
Oh,
Wait, what do you mean?
Because if you've been single until you're 38, that means you're good at it. Don't quit.
how old are you?
I'm 48. I was married for 17 years.
So you a quitter too?
Nah, she quit me.
8. Well, almost 50. You still single? You can stay single too. No?
Maybe.
Okay.
Head on back. No, you can head back that way. All right, well, that's all the balloons popped, but we do thank you for coming on.
Ah, no problem.
Give it up for him, ladies. Oh, they're not giving it up.
So you know what just surprised me? That he was married for 17 years. 17. That is very surprising. So of course he's going to value marriage. But I'm going to tell you something, a thing that you might have missed. He was in the Navy. People in the military be getting married for nothing. They'll get married just for an incentive. They'll get married just for like deployed. Like they get married for different reasons that I don't quite understand. But you've seen a bunch of military marriages, I'm sure, because I've seen a bunch and I'm not in the military. So they tend to treat marriage like, psh, why not? Let's just do it because it's something to do. And they'll get married. And I'm not saying that they won't have long marriages or that they marriages be shams all the time or anything like that. But they will get married quicker than most regular people. They will get married so quick. And in some cases, that marriage lasts a long time. But that's all I got for you, man. Let me know your thoughts. I'm gone.